Hi guys, happy weekend. I just wanted to get on here. I felt inspired. Honestly, I felt inspired to come on here and just give a little preview of Soul Online because if you've been following me on social media, you would notice that I am actually launching this channel in on Mother's Day, right? So that's next month. I'm very excited about that and I felt inspired to share the content I am going to be producing. Um, and the topics I am going to be delving into. And it comes from a very, very dear place. It comes from home. It's going to be an up close of my whole journey of transformation, which is still ongoing, by the way. I mean, it is never done. It beyond becoming the healing, it's something that takes time, and I think that we owe it to ourselves and our soul mission to heal. And this whole spiritual awakening, I mean, if you're close to me and open, you would have had some insights into just a little piece of that journey. Um, when it comes to me going through that process and having a lot of my core beliefs and perspectives shaken, and it is because as I said, there are multiple spiritual awakenings. I know spiritual awakenings just realizations, realizations from source, from a higher power, from a higher consciousness, pulling you up into who you are, who you were put here to be, to accomplish a mission that you were set here for. And it is a collective job, and I was saying to my guides the other day, like, mission accepted, because everywhere I turn it always pushes me back to this. And I have had so many clients in the last 2 years, and even though I am versed in the fitness and the nutrition, it is this healing aspect of it that has maintained and kept the relationships and continues to grow and inspire others into their power. And I was waiting on the go ahead because, coming from a background of finance, marketing, hospitality, a little bit of real estate, coming from all of that background, now into the fitness for the last few years with the nutrition, and now deep into the spirituality. And I mean, at some point, I believe that we need to put our mask down as persons and not be in the closet about who we are, because it's who I am. That's why, people's like, I didn't see you nowhere. Like, where does you was away? You travel? You just come back? I'm like, no. I mean, the last 2 years, 2, 3 years has been groundbreaking, life changing, transformative. And I mean, yes, I'm still going through the process, and it was an initiation into my soul mission, and this initiation is supposed to initiate others into their soul mission, and it's this beautiful ripple effect that keeps the momentum of light, you know, going, and the momentum of positivity, the momentum of togetherness, union, realizing that, we are all bonded one way or the other. And it's about coming together for the greater good and for the greater cause, which is, you know, our soul mission. So on this journey, I've realized that a lot of the things that I've had to heal would have been is common to a lot of people, especially in the Caribbean, because I mean, growing up, you would hear people say certain things, like, oh, people have a saying, after joy is sorrow. And we say it so many times. Let me just say that we say it so many times, and that's programmed in us. And like it or not, when something good happens, we're kind of waiting for the next shoe to drop. And it's all because of a programming. And what I've noticed on this journey is that wherever it is you kind of focus your energy, that is what is going to pick up momentum. And wherever it is that your thought takes you to, kind of dig a bit deeper to make sure that it's actually your belief and not something that was put there by somebody going through some shit and wanting to project onto you, or maybe unconsciously too, because I mean, back then things that would have been said sometimes out of anger, but sometimes out of fear, sometimes out of love, but with some fear and trauma attached to it. So it's the receiving of that they had no control over. However, the intention might have been pure and good. So I just wanted to say that. So it's going to be about, healing these underlying patterns and beliefs. Also about coming into your power and realizing why it is you were placed here, because it's only through healing the trauma that is separating you from your true power is the only how you're going to get to the power. So there's this gap, right? So that's you, that's the trauma, whatever it is you would have experienced that would have, made you develop certain patterns or expectations of life, right? So it's about coming out of that into union with on the other side of it. So working through all that and coming out on the other side. And I mean, on this spiritual awakening journey, I mean, being in solitude so much has opened up a number of spiritual gifts, which I am still embracing. Uh, but I've seen the changes in clients, because I believe that even though, yes, I train and I cook meals for clients, so I'm into the nutrition, I'm into the fitness, but I am just so much more than that, and we all are. So, and that's just so freaking amazing. And it just it takes, it takes the ability to be honest with oneself to decide whether or not you are where you want to be. So we'll be delving into that, delving into my background with religion, and now comparing it to this spiritual outlook on life, because it's totally different, yet some things are the same. There are deeper meanings that I have put to, maybe Bible verses, things that was said. It's going to be really exciting, I can assure you. So here's this one thing that I would love for you guys to do, right? If there is a topic, nothing is off limits here. If there is a topic that you would want me to touch on, please send me a message and put it in there. Mental health is big on that, because is a big deal too, because what I've realized is that a lot of the patterns was fueled by anxiety, and because our nervous system has synced with these patterns, we're actually running in a state of anxiety, in that survival mode. So send me a message, or you could even comment under the video the topics you would want to hear about, and I can add it to the existing list that I have. And yeah, it's gonna be real fun to dive in. Thank you so much for subscribing and for following.